Hello and welcome to Aliceland. My name is Alice and today I have a super surprise for you. I am so excited to introduce to you my dear friend Ian Jacob Lishka, who crossed my path recently. Ian is an artist and a light worker, sharing his talents throughout the world. We both share the love for truth. I believe it is absolute consciousness that brought us together. We want to share with you the power of belief, the power of path of knowing, and the beauty and love we all share as one being. So with any more delay, this is Ian, and hello Ian. I am so happy to meet you and see you.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, first of all, I would like to ask you, what brought you to the endless path of discovery, and how did you come to art?
Well, like anybody else, I started with a normal education. I graduated as a chemical engineer, and it was in the office where I heard a calling, kind of an awakening into the arts. And it was so powerful and strong that I couldn't take my eyes away or turn my head around. I just had to do it. And it took courage to explore it, but it was such a strong calling. I couldn't do anything else but focusing on that which was art and discovering who I really was, which were my interests, what was my nature. And as much as I was doing that, I discovered the world was full of possibilities, full of energy and color.
So when you were in the office, your energy was like an everybody else that comes to work Monday, Tuesday, and then say Thursday, get up at 6, be in the office. And then the art opened up a space for you that brought your vibration higher and allowed you to create and also express yourself in a true self, who you truly were. Did you use meditation at all?
It all came hand in hand.
Okay.
And it was a wave of energy. And it was something like a hunger.
Yes.
That I needed to do something in that direction. And it came through the arts. It came through color and exploring the arts. I discovered my true nature and the endless opportunities that entailed. Because with no self-knowledge or knowledge comes power. And I realized that I was able to materialize that which I was receiving through my hands, and it became art, it became paintings, and eventually became sound and music.
Oh, so you are also a player and an artist of music. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, in the platform called Color, Light and Sound, I have paintings which have symbols and information regarding that which points towards self-exploration and how we are all connected to each other, the universe and nature. And in that platform there is light and there is sound. In the sound, I created some frequencies and some words that were aiding the audience into that same path. So together, the paintings and the music and the light bring an atmosphere that encompasses the attention of the person visiting and guides it into that same path of self-exploration. And also it goes hand in hand with meditation. It is a look inside that makes the difference.
Me being a chronically ill patient and actually supporting patients and trying to teach them or share with them my path, do you think that music, art, sound, and colors can help chronically ill or any person that is not feeling well?
It is a fact that frequency of sound can be used as a tool of healing. It also alters our consciousness states, and we can focus more, or we can, just the fact that we breathe more deep, we can actually heal. the colors have an intense influence on the way we perceive our surroundings. The color red brings out certain feelings, and a color blue brings all other sorts of feelings. And this brings healing. Art brings healing not only because the self-knowledge is healing, and then you find passion. When this energy brightens up, you feel this interest in everything. It's like having a heightened volume on everything that you have around yourself, and you're able to see more clearly that these stresses, this clarification of who you are, it's like knowing what you like. Your choices become easier. Your everyday life becomes more fluent. And then it's a communication between you, yourself, and your surroundings, and it's more clear, so it's healing, not only as a creator, but the people that observe that creative that process of creation and the creation, the paint and the process of painting, they get healed as well, because you evoke the same thoughts and reactions, because that's what the process that you lived. It's self-exploration and self-expression that you put in a painting. It is the motion of your hands that create this painting. It's the brush strokes and it's the colors that you choose, and all of that have an influence, and it heals. Not only you as an artist and a creator, but the people observing that respond to it.
Yes. Wow. That's incredible. I'm just thinking that if I was feeling really not well, it might depend what color I'm actually looking at, and it could either make me pull down or bring me up. And with this, do you feel, as you are getting more and more all around the world, and so how does your ego work with that? Do you find that sometimes you really need to say, hello, who is this person here, this Ian, or do you have to come down and see and become humble again and feel the gratitude of being given the opportunity to be together with Source and speak through or create through Source?
Yeah, there is different aspects of the ego. Self-exploration involves the ego as well. And there is good parts of the ego and there's unnecessary parts of the ego that we have to chip out. It's like having a block of stone and carving a sculpture.
Oh, yeah, like Michelangelo.
The beauty is in there.
Yes.
And we just have to find it through the chipping process, or it's a kind of a work. The inner work is also like sculpting. And that's the ego as well. And the connection between us and the source is always there. And we have to function in a collective reality in which the ego is a tool, a valuable tool. So in this process, we have to be kind and patient. Inner virtue is real. And we have to use it inside first.
Yes.
And then we will find it in the things around us and in the relationships around us. It's being kind within ourselves, it's being patient within ourselves. And it is being gentle as well.
Yes.
Not
I
rushing.
think that's really important. Not to treat yourself really with white gloves, as we say. Because we've been doing these doing and hurrying and trying to find happiness in some object, and that kept us going and running and forgetting who we truly are. So if we fumble and fall, it's just okay to say, it's okay, it's okay. You can start from base again and never give up. How do you feel about surrendering your mind to what is around you, all the way down to the true knowledge?
Life is an infinite process. And in infinity, there is no way to have ups or downs, fast and slows. It is what it is. And we have to really give value to life. We have a limited amount of time or of life and energy to do a certain amount of things. When something is limited, it's valuable. And our days are valuable. Our breaths are valuable.
Yes.
We cannot forget for a moment that there is value in life. When we place that value, then it's easier because you know what is important. It is a priority and you will feel that and you will understand what to do next.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. It's a never-ending process. Life is infinite, and we are doing something very valuable.
Wonderful, wonderful. I was going to ask you one more question, if you don't mind, and it is, how do you keep your vibration, at a certain level or at the level of creating? Because of course you too must get moments when you feel very down, or when the art just isn't there, or you could just stand there in front of the mirror or front of um,
The canvas.
the canvas, the colors are there, and you're holding um,
the brushes,
yeah, and you don't know which brush, and get in, sometimes angry even with yourself, because there is maybe. So how do you keep the vibration, at the string, and allow yourself to really go and then expand, just like the river? Mm-hmm. And just flow all the way down with the obstacles and all of that. So could you share that?
That is a very good question. And it's a coming with the self-knowledge. It's a vibration, it's a frequency, it's a feeling. Mm-hmm. If it's not there, you have to know how to access that space.
Oh, and how do you do that?
Well, I have different channels, and I have been working on this for more than a decade. So I have tools, and I use music as one of the tools.
Very good.
And I have like middle steps until I get to the creative level, and sometimes the music brightens up. I have to be on the now. Mm-hmm. I have to bring myself to the now, because it is there where I stand with the movement in my hands that will portray the idea that I want to portray. So I bring myself into music. Mm-hmm. I calm myself down. I empty my mind as much as possible. I don't think of the tomorrow, or I don't think about the past. I think about the now. I focus on the now, because everything is good now. Mm. If you're on the now, everything is in the right place, where everything is a possibility, and you're able to see it and materialize it. Practical things that I can do is to breathe. Mm-hmm. I focus on my breath, and I focus on my movement. Dancing.
Oh, movement, yes, dancing.
It is also a form of chi.
Yes.
And movement.
Yes.
And that brings me to the now, with the help of the sound. Yeah. Then I am able to see and feel clearly whatever it is that I want to portray in a canvas. Mm. And I am in the now, in the movement, and I capture it on the canvas. And I get through it in different stages, and I just calm down. I breathe. Mm-hmm. I feel my heartbeat. If I'm nervous and I'm breathing, I can control my breath. And my breath controls my heart. So I can calm down my heart when I control my breath. And then that calms me down, brings me to the now, because I forget about the stress and the rush. Because when I'm rushing and stressing like everybody else, it's a hustle bustle kind of a world.
Yes, it is.
In order to find the peace and the now and put it in the precise way to portray the ideas on canvas, I calm myself down. I breathe, I feel my heart, I bring myself to the now, and then I pass it to the canvas.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your knowledge and your experience to be where you are. And I would like to say to all of you, here it is. You can see it in Aliceland, that if you believe in yourself, if you truly want to change, it is there within you. Don't forget that you are the light. Don't forget that you are the love. And don't forget that you are the miracle. So believe it, live it, and go with it. Thank you so much for coming to Aliceland once again. See you next week. And from my heart to your heart, enjoy your summer, enjoy your week, and go to the nature. Thank you.